Stop trying to be a good person, not because goodness is evil, but because goodness, when practiced blindly, is weakness disguised as virtue. You were taught that if you are kind, patient, forgiving, understanding, and endlessly fair, the world will eventually reward you. But look around. The most ruthless people are winning, and the kindest people are exhausted. This video is not here to turn you into a villain. It is here to wake you up, because Machiavelli never warned us against morality. He warned us against naivety. And today, we are going to talk about what really happens to good people, why ruthless people rise, why morality without strategy destroys lives, and how to survive a world that does not reward innocence. If this makes you uncomfortable, good, that means it's working. Before we begin, subscribe, not because it's polite, but because this channel tells you the truths most people are too afraid to admit out loud. Now listen carefully. You were trained, not taught. From childhood, goodness was framed as obedience. Be quiet. Be patient. Be understanding. Be forgiving. Be the bigger person. No one ever asked, at what cost? Machiavelli observed something terrifying. Goodness is not rewarded. Power is rewarded. And here is the uncomfortable truth. The world does not operate on moral ideals. It operates on leverage. Good people often believe, if I explain myself, they'll understand. If I stay kind, they'll change. If I sacrifice enough, I'll be valued. But Machiavelli would laugh at this, because the world respects boundaries, not intentions. From childhood, goodness was framed as obedience. Be quiet. Be patient. Be understanding. Be forgiving. Be the bigger person. No one ever asked, at what cost? Machiavelli observed something terrifying. Men are not good by nature. They are good by necessity. Goodness is not rewarded. Power is rewarded. And here is the uncomfortable truth. The world does not operate on moral ideals. It operates on leverage. Good people often believe, if I explain myself, they'll understand. If I stay kind, they'll change. If I sacrifice enough, I'll be valued. But Machiavelli would laugh at this, because the world respects boundaries, not intentions. This is where it gets quiet, because you already know this pain. Being too good means you over-explain, you self-blame, you apologize for existing, you hesitate while others act. Machiavelli understood something brutal. Those who try to be good in a world that is not good will be destroyed. Not punished, not corrected, destroyed. Good people are not defeated loudly. They are drained quietly, by relationships, by workplaces, by families, by society. They don't lose because they are weak. They lose because they refuse to adapt. Ruthless people are not heartless. They are strategic. They say no without guilt, withdraw without explanation, act before permission, protect themselves first. They understand perception. They understand fear. They understand timing. Machiavelli didn't say be evil. He said, learn how not to be good and use it when necessary. Ruthlessness is not cruelty. It is selective morality. But let's not romanticize it. Ruthlessness costs you deep emotional intimacy, innocence, trust in others. Ruthless people win externally, but many lose internally. Power isolates. Control distances. Detachment hardens, which is why balance matters. The lesson is not, stop being good. The lesson is, stop being good without power. Be kind, but not accessible. Be generous, but not available. Be moral, but not predictable. Goodness must be guarded. Your softness should be a privilege, not a public resource. People will misunderstand this message. They'll say, this promotes selfishness. This is toxic. This is dark. But Machiavelli would smile, because the people who criticize this message are often protected by someone else's strength. This video is not for everyone. It's for the ones who are tired, the ones who gave too much, the ones who were good and paid for it. If this resonated, pause, reflect, and then follow for more, because goodness without wisdom is a trap, and power without conscience is a prison. The balance is mastery.